Welcome to this video. What we'll be doing in this video would be teaching you how to connect your hosting account with a domain name when both of them are registered on two different platforms. So quickly deep dive in here. We've got this hosting name. We've got this website, which is the domain name, john-ea.com, and it's registered currently on Hostinger, like you can see here. But then if we come here, we'd see that we have it on DNS/name server NS1. So this is the name server where this, so this is the name server for which the domain name is used to connect to the hosting account. Now, we already have the hosting account somewhere else, and then we have the domain name currently in Hostinger. So what do? The domain name stays here, but then we need to point this domain name to another hosting platform. If you had files already hosted on this location, which is obviously Hostinger, what will happen is that the files will no longer appear when you point it to another hosting service. If you have email addresses that have currently been registered at the current hosting point, what happens is you're going to be unable to access them once this redirection is done. First things first, we look for name servers. On Hostinger, you go look for the domain name, okay, like you see this is active, and then you look for DNS/name servers. On other platforms, what you're looking for is name servers. You need to update the name server. So I click on edit here, and then it shows me where to change the name servers. As you can see, we have NS1 DNSparking.com, NS2 DNSparking.com. Most times, name servers that web host companies give out for you to connect to their services are usually very similar. So for example, you have NS1 in the first one, and then you have NS2 in the second one. That's how much difference you have between the first name server and the second name server. It could just be one text, one letter, one word. So what do? And then you also have other records here, which you could update depending on what you want to do. But what we're interested in right now is updating the DNS record for the name server. So I click on name server change, use Hostinger name server, but that's not what I want. So I want to change the name server. So I click on this, and then it brings up the old name servers, which we already had there, which is NS1 DNSparking. I delete that, and then I delete the other one. Then next thing I do is to get the name server from the new hosting account. So when you're setting up a new hosting account, they would usually suggest to you what the name servers are. So it's easy for you to point your host name. So here we are, the new name servers for the new hosting account where we want to point our domain name to. So nsd.go54.com. As you can see, this should be C. So the difference between both is one is a C and one is a D. Yes, just like name server where you have an NS1 and NS2 and all of that. Let's put that in here, and then we click on OS. What do we see? It's currently on NS1 DNSparking, which is the one we're trying to change. So let's get this done. Change name server, and then we click on save. Usually this takes a while to redirect. As you can see here, your name server has been changed to this and this. It might take up to 24 hours for the domain to propagate to the new name server. I click on close. Typically from experience, you get this updated in a few minutes, sometimes in a few hours, but yes, definitely less than 24 hours. So let's pause this video and see how long it takes for the new server to get updated. So I've only had to wait for about 2 minutes, and from what I can see, the name server has been changed. So name server has been changed from Hostinger to the new hosting company whose name servers I've put here. All right, thank you for watching this video. Do like and subscribe. See you next time.